Do you find yourself a little bit empty, tired from playing all the different roles in your life? Perhaps as a mother, a partner, a friend, a sister, an auntie, a daughter. If so, this week's episode is for you. I believe it's really important when you're thinking about your life and your career and the direction you're going in or how you're operating on the day-to-day basis to really make sure that you're coming back to yourself. I think as women, we have a tendency to be conditioned that we have to be there for everybody else and be the good girl, right? Always there, always helpful, always nice. And this is something that is my personal journey and personal experience that I'm speaking from. And it can sometimes bite you in the butt. When you're always giving, when you're always doing what you quote unquote think you should be doing or what is acceptable to be doing, then we can sometimes get lost and feel guilty and ashamed that we're not living up to some ideal. In motherhood, this is a real prime example. We can beat ourselves up for not being more, natural with breastfeeding or, not having the calm and patience that we thought we wanted or being really confused on how to do this. And we should ourselves into thinking we should be doing this better, we're not enough, or we're not getting an A on the report card. Equally at work, we can feel like we're always doing, always giving more than perhaps our employers are recognizing or our clients are recognizing, and then feel guilt and resentment. And so if this is you, I really advise you to take a minute to hold up, stop, and come back to one of the most important parts of the equation to creating a successful and fulfilling life for the achieving woman that you are. And that is to come back to you. Who are you? Where do you fit in the scheme of things? What is important to you? So when it comes to crafting a career and staying on track in a career path that really feels meaningful, purposeful, and aligned to you, you've always got to come back to yourself. That's the crux of it. I'm not interested in supporting solely people who want to start a business. I'm not interested in supporting solely those women who want to climb the corporate ladder. That doesn't matter. The actual outcome that you're looking for, I don't really care about, quite frankly. What I care about is you claiming and owning what feels right to you and pursuing that with gusto and believing that you've got the chops to do it, because believe you me, you freaking do. You would not have that seed of desire within you if it wasn't meant to come to fruition. And I'm not saying take all your ideas at face value, but trust that you actually have these ideas for a reason and that there is something that you are uniquely called to bring to the world. Whether that is in your work, in your motherhood, in your personal life, it doesn't freaking matter. What really matters is the energy that you are here to bring to the world. So, dear one, come back to you. Give yourself permission to explore who you are. What is it that you really want? And one of the things that might be helpful is I'll link to this in the description below, but have a look at what is important to you. And I've got this beautiful list of things that might be important to you. And I invite you to just go have a look and just write down the top 5 that resonate for you and use that as a filter as you go about planning your next week or thinking about 2019. If you're already looking into planning out the new year, look at, are these goals in service to these things which are really important to me as a starting point. And then you can start to see what perhaps needs to be shifted, what needs to be changed, and you'll be guided back onto the right path. So I would love to hear from you. Once you've actually had a look at that list of different values and things that are important to you, share with me what they are in the comments below, and let me know if there's something you're struggling with as you're thinking about focusing on you. What comes up? Are there any thoughts that come up that it's selfish or you're just too indulgent or who am I to do this work? I'm curious, what are your perhaps thoughts and blocks around actually coming into more of yourself? Leave a comment for me below. I would love to know. In the meantime, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful week.